Okay, so yesterday, on September 19th of 2024, Cedar Point announced Sirens Curse. I'm dead serious. When I first heard about this coaster, I just started laughing so hard because, like, why? Cedar Point does not need this. Now, look, I'm definitely excited that there's actually going to be a tilt coaster that's going to open anytime soon because I don't know what's going on with the other two. But at the same time, come on, there are so many better parks this could have gone to in the chain. For instance, I think this ride would have done great at a park like Six Flags Over Texas, where yes, they did recently just add a coaster last year, but the last coaster that they added that actually mattered and was good was back in 2011. But no, I guess Cedar Point just needed another coaster that badly. Though the coaster they got last year was closed most of the time, so I don't know, I guess I get the thought process. Also, in a way, I feel like this announcement just like kind of signifies that Top Thrill 2 is like kind of screwed. Cause like, why would you not fix Top Thrill 2 before getting a new coaster? Unless Top Thrill 2 is just getting removed entirely. Now, I have heard a lot of people say that this coaster was just added so they could cover up the bad press that they were getting from Top Thrill 2, and though I get that thought process, you can only really cover up Top Thrill 2 for so long, if you get what I'm saying. Because even with Sirens Curse there, people are still gonna realize that Top Thrill 2 is not open. I mean, how wouldn't they? It's 420 feet tall. Okay, now I'm gonna do a ride layout analysis. Okay, so basically, you start by going up an 160-foot lift hill into the tilt track, which then leads into a twisted drop. Personally, though I don't think this drop is really gonna have any airtime, I still think the tilting sensation is gonna be cool, especially because the only other tilt coaster as of now is in frickin' Taiwan. Then you go into this like weird airtime hill that kind of curves out before it finishes. Personally, I think this element looks pretty good considering that other new gen Vekomas have done elements like this, and apparently those were fire too, so I don't know. Then right after that, you go into a heartline roll, and I mean, it's a fast heartline roll. What do you expect? It's gonna be amazing. Then you go into a triple down, where the first two hills are like banked for some reason. Speaking of those two hills, I think those are gonna be mid, but the last hill looks amazing, so kind of makes up for it. Then you go into this like non-inverting loop, I guess. It's just a weird element, but it looks good anyway. And you go into a twisted airtime hill, which leads into the second heartline roll. I don't think this one looks as good as the first one, but it still looks pretty good. After that, you go into a small wave turn followed up by like 3 small bunny hills, and then you go into the brake run. So my final thoughts about this ride are it looks really good, but I have a lot of questions about why it went to Cedar Point, because again, I think this coaster would have worked much better at a park like Six Flags Over Texas or Valley Fair, or the park it was originally going to go to, Six Flags Mexico. But honestly, man, I'm just pretty excited to have a tilt coaster only like 3 hours away from where I live. Also, and this is just an observation by the way, but this ride illegally crossed the border and needs to be sent back to Mexico right now. Okay, goodbye.